My name is Barrett Stover. I'm the owner of RSP. Today we're looking at phase 3 of our off-season minor league baseball program. This program is heavy with the eccentric flywheel. We love using the flywheel with our guys really year round, but especially in the off-season, making it a little heavier, really pushing guys through it. We will be hitting that with Doug Nikhazy today, getting him ready to head back to the complex soon. The first block for Doug, we're gonna be starting on the K-box here for the flywheel exercise, which is a split squat. Big thing here, as we go down, and Doug does a really good job of this, we want to load our arms as we go into the motion, so we really get into that hip, and then as we come out of it, there's almost a little bit of a twist to it. So really load coil, a little bit of a twist coming out. And again, beautiful thing about this is as you get down here, it really pulls you down. You have to stop and really fire out of the hole, so the strength of that bottom range of motion really gets a hit using this machine for this exercise. From the split squats, we go to the hurdle hops. We're having a little bit of a bunny hop in there as well, so that when he hits the ground, it has to get right back off the ground, so we're not spending a ton of time getting stuck at the bottom of the jump. We want more of a reactive phase there. From there, we move into the band assisted jumps. Again, almost like an overspeed training system where the band's pulling us up. It's helping us jump higher than we normally could. He's having to absorb the forces he lands and get right back off the ground and get up again. And then we're finishing up with some serratus mobility work, really helping these guys try to feel the shoulder blades slide along the rib cage as we go into the upward rotation, so we're not getting stuck using our upper trap when we want to go overhead. For the secondary block for Doug, we are going to be moving out of the sagittal plane and into the frontal plane. And you could argue transverse as well. With a crossover lunge, we want to step over as far as we can, try to drive our back knee down to the ground, so we're getting a ton of internal rotation there. And then we're going to do the opposite with the lateral lunge, knee over toe. We have the front foot slightly elevated. We want to get a huge stretch in the backside groin here, or adductor. So this is my left leg. We want to get as low as we can and stretch out as much as we can with a little bit of weight. That would be more of an exercise to drive external rotation. So these two we pair together, so we're getting both sides internal, external rotation, which should help you move a lot better. Finish up that set with the IR hovers. Obviously in the name, we're working internal hip rotation here, and we want them to be able to move and control and hold that internal rotation through a harder position than we've been doing in the previous exercises like this in the offseason. Last block with Doug, we're working on, again, moving in 3 planes of motion and having more flow and rhythm. That's a big thing we want to get our guys doing, is not just get stuck getting tense and lifting weights, but being able to relax, and like we'll talk about that a lot next phase with the oscillations. So for here, we're doing an Indian club swing. Again, coil, loading that hip, internal rotation, then being able to rotate out of that and get into almost external rotation in a closed chain position. So the pelvis is moving a lot while the femur is staying a little bit more in a fixed position. We're focusing on the ball of the foot there, not letting it roll out at all, and big toe on the ground, so pressure there. And again, that's the exact same position that we want to be in as we're loading the hip to drive down the mound. The secondary one's going to be an Indian club serve, and that's the cue we use with this is be like water. So we want to feel the rhythm as we're going through the motion. We don't want to just go through the motion and be stiff and be like a robot. We want to be as fluid as possible, as loose as possible, so that it's like one continuous motion, so that we feel that fluidity that we want to have when we're moving down the mound. We don't want to get muscled up. We don't want to tighten up. We want to be nice and loose and get that whippy effect. The best thing you can do in whatever phase you're in is like and subscribe to this video right now. So that was the meat and potatoes of our phase 3, which was the flywheel training this off season. I hope you enjoyed it. As we move forward in phase 4, you'll notice that we're going a little bit lighter, a little faster, and if some guys stick around and get to phase 5 and phase 6. If you want to see some more content like this or something different, please leave a comment and we'll give you exactly what you want.